I wear my sunglasses at night.
Welcome to another edition of Point Counterpoint. My name is Point. This is my friend, Counterpoint.
My name is Counterpoint, standing beside my acquaintance, Point.
Today, we're talking Rick Russell, Jennifer Jo Cobb. She, of course, walked out on her ride at Bristol in the Nationwide Series because, she said, she was informed at a very late hour that she would have to start and park, and she didn't want to do it.
Rick Russell, for his part, said, hey, we had a team meeting on Friday. Maybe Jennifer skipped that meeting. I don't know.
So which side of this deal do you want to take?
Well, we're going to choose out of a hat.
So we don't actually have strong feelings about this. We're going to argue one side or the other.
This is a Joe Gibbs Racing hat.
Thank you.
So you pick yours.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Okay, just pick one. Okay. What does yours say?
Jennifer Jo is a rock sugar.
No, I think it says star.
That's not a T.
That looks nothing like sugar. Mine says Rick Russell is a martyr.
Okay. Well, you want to go first?
No, you go first.
All right. Jennifer Jo Cobb stood up for herself, and she stood up for drivers everywhere when she stood atop the gates of history and said, stop, or whatever that phrase is.
What?
It stood at the gates. I don't know. She said, I'm not going to start and park because that wasn't our deal. Now, it takes a lot of guts as a driver if you're backed into a corner to not get in your race car, even in the extreme situation where you have to start and park. But Jennifer Jo Cobb saw herself as someone who wanted to go out there and race and never agreed to start and park the car, bought the tires herself, got the engine herself, brought her own crew, and now you're going to switch things on me and say I got to start and park when I provided everything we needed to go racing? No, and hell no. Jennifer Jo Cobb stood up for herself and drivers everywhere, and she was right.
You want to say it again? Jennifer Jo Cobb stood up for herself?
Jennifer Jo Cobb was right.
You know what? Jennifer Jo Cobb is getting a little big for her britches. What has she done in this sport to be all holier than thou and self-righteous? Jennifer Jo Cobb, ask guys like J.J. Yaley or Dave Blaney or Joe Nemechek how they feel about starting and parking. I don't think they like it very much either, but they recognize that it is part of the economic reality of NASCAR these days, and they do it as a means to an end. Nobody wants to start and park, Jennifer Jo Cobb, but you have not earned the right yet to stand on principles.
Yes, you have. You know why? She's a person too. And the difference between Jennifer Jo Cobb and those other guys you mentioned is that those other guys knew what they were getting into, and for reasons personal to them, they made the choice to do what they did.
Let me ask you
Jennifer
this.
Jo Cobb, why, if she'd agreed to start and park, would she buy tires? Why would she bring her own crew? Why would she arrange for an engine that could last the whole race? Very, very simple. Her expectation was to race in the race. You can't change that at the last minute.
Why did she have to buy her own tires and bring her own crew and buy her own engine?
Because she wanted to race.
Because she can't get a legitimate ride. And let me ask you this, Point. Would we be talking about this story if Jennifer Jo Cobb was named John Cobb?
Yes, we would be, because people don't walk out on their rides 10 minutes before the race unless they got a very good reason. It takes a lot of guts not to get in your Cobb.
I'm not getting into my Cobb, I tell you that now.
Takes a lot of guts not to get in your car and to show up your owner. But she took a stand on principle, and for that, she deserves our respect and support.
All right. For Point on the left, I'm Counterpoint.
And for Counterpoint on the right, I'm Point. We will see you next time right here on the show.
Yeah, why don't we start calling it Counterpoint Point?
We could if you want, but it just sounds awkward.
Okay.
But you're...
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.